What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you 30 Stamina Coliseum Smoker, the complete guide. We're going to have a unit analysis and we're going to have a free-to-play team as well as a bunch of pay-to-play teams to do the Coliseum Smoker. Now, Coliseum Smoker is an int, striker and driven unit who maxes out at 4 million EXP at level 99. His max stats are 2,727 HP, 1,289 attack and 234 recovery, which are actually very good stats for a free-to-play unit. He does 5 hits in the combo and he has 3 socket slots. I would give his captain ability a 5 out of 10 and his sub-unit a 7.5 out of 10, and we will go into that right now. As a captain unit, Smoker will boost the attack of all strikers by 2 times and reduce damage up to 30% based on HP. As you can see, his captain ability is not that great. If you can actually complete Smoker Coliseum, the chances are you have a much better captain, so there's no point running him as a captain. Smoker's special ability is that he reduces crew's HP by 20% and deals that amount in int damage by 10 times, and then he amplifies the effect of orbs by 1.75 for 1 turn, so he gives a 1.75 orb boost. Now, if we take into account Smoker's 2 classes being strike and driven, as well as the fact that he is an int purple unit, he has great base stats and 3 easily socketable slots. He is a great sub unit. So if you're in need of an orb booster that's int or striker or driven for your driven striker int teams, or even for a rainbow team and you don't have Doflamingo, look no further than Smoker because he is a great unit. Now, the very first team that I am going to show you guys is a completely free-to-play team. All the units are free-to-play. It is a 5+ Luffy team. I do have level 3 anti-chain and anti-despair. However, neither of these are necessary. You don't also need any cooldowns at max other than Doflamingo under 21 and Garp also under 21. So a very forgiving team regarding specials and sockets. Now, the chances are, if your Doflamingo is on a low cooldown, you probably have a team capable of farming Doflamingo, and Doflamingo, I believe, is a lot harder than doing a 30 Stamina Coliseum, or anyway, at the very least, 30 Stamina Coliseum for Smoker. So if you don't have Doflamingo, or you do have other teams, you definitely don't have to use this team. If you don't have Doflamingo, you can use Petty Officer Kobe. Now, before I forget and we move into the next room, you see the mob that's still alive on this stage. You want him to be able to activate a lock on your units. He will lock your Psy units for 3 turns. So with this team, it doesn't really matter because you still have the 2 Luffys to be able to take him out after his lock has gone through. But if you have any anti-sockets for anti-lock, then you're going to be absolutely fine. Furthermore, regarding stalling, because Rumor in stage 4 is going to cut your HP down to 1% anyway, feel free to take hits where necessary to stall up your specials. That's why I said around 21 turns for Garp and Doflamingo is okay, but basically you can take as many hits as you want as long as you don't die. 5+ Luffy teams have a lot of HP, so they're quite tanky. So yeah, just try and farm meat orbs and stall for as long as possible to get all them specials up. The more specials, the better. The less specials, the more likely you're gonna die. Anyway, back to Kobe. If you're going to run Kobe in this team, you do have to have all your other units on max level. As you saw at the beginning of the video, my Luffy, my 5+ Luffy, is not max, so he's missing like 300 attack stat, maybe 400, not exactly sure. But ultimately, that's because of orb luck. If you do get a single matching orb, you don't need any max units. They are better off if you have max units, but on Rumor's stage, if you get a matching orb, you can forget what I said about max units, but if you don't get a matching orb, you're going to have all your units max because it's going to come very close to taking out Rumor's HP. Having said that, guys, remember that's only if you're not running Doflamingo and you're choosing to use Kobe instead as your orb booster. The only other orb booster you can use is Kobe because he is Psy and you need that Psy damage for the final stage, which is Smoker, who is an int character. As you can see here, guys, I have taken extra damage from mobs for stalling. That's absolutely fine. You have tanky HP and you are going to lose all that HP anyway on the Rumor stage. So feel free to take those hits. Just try and farm some meat orbs to be on the extra safe side when you're taking these hits. Unfortunately, in this run, I don't actually get any meat orbs to take those extra hits. So I end up Cutting it pretty close regarding Luffy's abilities, Luffy's special abilities, you want to have both of them ready by the time you're 2 turns into Ryuma's stage. So basically, you want one of them up before you get into Ryuma's room, or by the time you're in Ryuma's room, and then you're going to use one of them, you're going to tank a hit, and then you're going to pop the second one. So you have 2 or 3 extra turns to deal with Ryuma. Now, after you clear this turtle, I've just sped this part of the video up because nobody wants to watch me punching a turtle, right? I don't know, maybe someone is out there who enjoys watching people stall on turtles, I don't know. But anyway, we enter Ryuma's room, down to 50 HP, that's only 1%. You want to heal up every single meat orb, take every single meat orb, heal up, because it allows you to tank 2 extra turns, which also adds on to the delay that you're going to use with Luffy. When you enter the room, remember to pop your first Luffy. Even if you don't, it's okay as long as you take the meat orbs, because you'll be able to tank 2 hits. He only hits 4,000 damage per turn. As you can see here, I have 9,500 damage. So you don't have to use your Luffy instantly, but I chose to do so because I'm a very forgetful person, don't want to forget later on. Now here, I have 5,500 HP to play around with. I also have one more Luffy special ready, so I'm just going to try and get him down as close as possible to half HP. When you've done that, you only need to have around 400,000 damage, so I do pop Enel special here, but the only reason I brought Enel is because he's a Psy unit and he has a good attack stat, and 2, because of the 1.5 times boost, which I thought I would need. But it didn't occur to me that if I did get a matching orb on any of my units, that I probably wouldn't need them now and I'd just be able to kill him. As you can see, I'm going to finish him off with Doflamingo, and I believe I do around 380,000 damage after popping the Sunny special. Sunny special not required, but all the extra damage does help. Finally, we enter the boss room, stage 5 Smoker. Smoker has 2.4 million HP, and he will hit just shy of 13,000 damage every 3 turns. He'll be on a 3-turn cooldown when you enter his room. Preemptively, he will put up a 8 combo shield and protect himself from delay for 99 turns. Now, all you got to do is whittle him down as much as possible for the first few turns, and you'll be absolutely good to go. Now, the complicated part is re-rolling Garp special. If Garp does not get you at least 2 Psy Orbs, or if you don't have enough damage beforehand, you actually only need 1 Psy Orb, as long as you get him down to around 1.7 million HP, which is around what I've got him down to here. I do get 2 Psy Orbs here on the 2 Luffys. You just shuffle them with Doflamingo. If you don't get those Psy Orbs, just close the app and reuse Garp special until you get those Psy Orbs that you need. Pop all your remaining specials, and all you gotta do is just hit all your perfects. If you don't hit all your perfects, then, well, you're gonna die. That's all I can say, I'm afraid. It's not the easiest team to run, but it is a completely free-to-play team, so just replace the units where you see fit. And on a final note, if you're going to be using Garp special, you have to have at least 1 Psy Orb on your stronger hitters, either Enel or Garp, and another Psy Orb on any other Psy unit, otherwise you won't have enough damage. But other than that, completely free-to-play team. If you're going to run the Kobe one, it's going to be a little bit more tedious, but nonetheless it is an easier team to assemble. So if you're only here for the free-to-play teams, thank you very much for sticking around to this point. If you did make it to this point, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're here for the other teams, then feel free to stick around. Hopefully there are teams in there that I do showcase that will be able to be used by yourselves. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. New teams coming up right now. Now, contradicting what I had just said, we do have another 100% free-to-play team. I am showcasing off the sockets right now, but none of the sockets are essential. Auto-healing does help, but again, not essential. The Whitebeard ship, as you can see there, is only a bonus. You don't really need to have the Whitebeard ship. It's just there in case I messed up this run, because I was only doing 1 run per team. I was doing many different teams, so, you know, I just wanted to be on the safe side each time. I don't want to lose my stamina. I'm going to begin to speed up the process here because I don't think anyone really wants to see me stalling on mobs. But that being said, Whitebeard ship, not essential. What is essential, however, is that your team has more than 12,900 HP, because that's how much damage Smoker's going to do, or around 12,700 HP if you have damage reduction sockets at level 1. With this team, you can replace Lucci and you can replace Alvida. You can replace Alvida with any other damage reducer that's blue. You can also replace her with Leo, who gives a 20% cut, 1-turn delay, and locks orbs. You can also replace Lucci with another orb manipulator that gives you blue orbs. You can put in Thatch. You can put in Capone. Basically, because you're going to be stalling for so long, Well, if you're using the Lucci version of this team, you're going to be stalling for a long time because you need to use Lucci's special on Ryuma and you have to wait for it to come back up. But essentially, you can pretty much stall forever on Smoker and wait for all your specials to come up again if you end up using them on Ryuma. But in other words, yeah, you're going to wait out his perfect hit shield, which only lasts around 8 turns, so you can bring health cutters, etc, etc. So when you're in Ryuma's room, you basically just want to whittle him down to around 50% HP. At 50% HP, if you don't have anti-despair sockets, you are going to want to burst him down. Now, at first when I was running this team, I thought with one blue orb and an Enel special, I'd be able to take out Ryuma, but it didn't occur to me until after I used the Enel special that Enel takes my HP all the way down to like 1%. So if I did mess up and didn't kill him, you know, Ryuma is just going to spank my ass and send me back to Asia, and you know, I'd just be screwed then. As a result, we did end up having to pop Lucci's special, which does delay us killing Smoker by around 18 turns. This is why if you have Thatch, bring Thatch, because Thatch will get you all those blue orbs that you want, and he'll also carry you into the next room with more blue orbs. So on the screen, as you can see, we're just going to pop Lucci. It was an unfortunate mistake on my behalf that I didn't calculate that, you know, Enel is going to cut down my HP. But nonetheless, this team still does work. It is going to guarantee you the kill pretty much as long as you hit all your perfects. Just like any other team, it's very reliant on you hitting your perfects. Now for this segment, of course, because we use Lucci's special in the Ryuma room, we're going to have to wait it out a little bit more. So I'm going to speed up this segment very quickly for you. Now, if you do have all your specials when you enter the room, don't use them straight away, just hold on to them. You want to whittle down Smoker's HP to around 50%, which will mean he only has 1.2 million HP, and your total burst, if you have high enough attack units, will be around 1.65 million damage. So when you're confident and you feel ready to burst him down, make sure you have at least 4 matching blue orbs on your hardest hitters. 5, of course, to be safe. I believe in this chain I do end up hitting a great, but even so I still had enough damage. Thanks to Rayleigh. Rayleigh does a 0.5 times boost to the chain multiplier, as you can see here. Yeah, I don't hit all my perfects, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. We end up killing him, and there you go. So that there, guys, is the Enel team. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're going to run an Enel team, good luck to you. Good luck with your farming. And moving on next, we will have the Strong World Ace team with free-to-play subs. With the Strong World Ace team, you are required to have level 3 anti-despair sockets. That's the only sockets you need to have level 3, and everything else you don't actually need. Those there are just extra bonuses that I have on there. If you also have Zephyr, Zephyr is obviously a much better option to have than Apu. He also makes killing Ryuma a whole lot easier and a whole lot less orb luck reliant. If you get really bad orbs, you could potentially get screwed over by Ryuma, but there are ways around that. I would not advise them though, so let's not get into that. With this team though, you're pretty tanky. You're going to be able to stall for a long time, so make sure you stall until all your specials are up before you enter Ryuma's room. Now with this team, you can also replace Usopp with a healer, most likely Marco or Legend Marco, and especially if you have the striker ship, I highly advise to do that. That team is a lot more safer to run than the team that I'm running right now. Also, as you saw at the beginning of the videos, my units in this video are not actually max level, so it does come very close in terms of damage wise. If they were max though, no problem whatsoever. So as I said earlier, just make sure you stall so that all your specials are ready to go in the Ryuma rune, and then Ryuma is just going to cut your HP down to 1%, and then you're going to slowly whittle him down after popping your Golden Pound Usopp, or in other cases your Marco, whatever you choose to do as your delay, or however you're meant to get through Ryuma, tanking a few hits or just delaying him. So what you're about to see now is a bit of a blunder from me. I didn't expect my orb luck to be so bad that I would not have any hard hitters with matching orbs. Basically my ace didn't get any matching orbs when I needed him to, but nonetheless we decided on the stream to just YOLO through it. We could have also used Heracross to get the matching orbs and kill Ryuma. That would have worked as well. The problem being that Ryuma does 6,000 damage when he's on the 50%, so I would only be able to have 2 turns to take him out here. But luckily I got the meat orb, I healed up, and then we get matching orbs, and I thought I was the GOAT, which I wasn't at the time. But we kill him nonetheless. We could have used Heracross just in case, but I advise you don't do that. Now once you enter the smoke room, Smoke is going to do all that funny stuff that he likes to do, and then you just want to punch him on the first turn, whittle his HP down as much as you can, and on the second turn you're going to use Heracruels, and then you're going to use Strong World Ace to lock in your matching orbs, and then on the final turn before he hits you, that's when you burst him down. Use Doflamingo, switch around the orbs and keep them matching, and then also pop your Apu, who gives a 1.75 times boost to free spirit and shooter units, but in this case we only want the boost on shooter units, and pretty much you're going to cut his HP just about right. Well, for me, I was only able to take out his HP just about right, maybe past the threshold around 20k, but that's because my Heracruels is incredibly underleveled, as well as my Apu. Next up, we are going to be using Legend Lore. Now with Legend Lore, you don't need any sockets for this team. However, sockets are always a bonus. Sockets are always a nice bonus. Whatever team you're running, no matter where you're running, unless you're running a Whitebeard team with like a level 5 heal. Don't know why that would happen, but please don't ever do that. So for this team, once you make it to Rumour's Room, make sure you've stored enough turns for your Slasher Dial, your Slasher Crocodile. Otherwise, you may be in a bit of trouble if you don't get an in orb. However, I am lucky enough to get an in orb here. It doesn't really matter if I get that orb or not. But you want to take the meat orbs and heal up to around 10,000 plus HP. Anything above 8,000 is okay, because that means you can tank 2 more hits from Rumor. As you can see here, I'm just going to poke him down to around half HP before I actually burst him. Now, if you do have level 3 anti-despair, feel free to poke him down to whatever HP. It doesn't have to be 50%, it can be 50, 40%, 30%, doesn't make a difference. Just make sure if you're going to do that, you pop your delay and you have anti-despair level 3. Here, I just clear him out by using all my specials, my Law specials, the Sunny special, etc, etc. Now, if you kept your Crocodile special up, you can use his special to constantly re-roll to get yourself a yellow orb. 2 yellow orbs are of course better than 1, but you only need 1 yellow orb as long as you hit all your perfects. I believe you don't even need to hit all your perfects, just the first 4 perfects, so you get the 3 times attack boost from Lore. But having said that, you want to be hitting all your perfects. In this chain, I don't actually hit all my perfects, but luckily, because I farmed out 2 matching orbs, it doesn't matter, I do so much damage anyway. I would have been able to take him out from full health. You see here, I'll end up doing 2.5 million damage. If I had hit all my perfects, however, I would have done something around 3.4 million damage, something crazy like that. But yeah, with a Lore team, pretty easy, very hard to lose unless you mess up your perfects. Next up, we have a Legend Crocodile team. Now with the Legend Crocodile team, Yuma is going to take your HP down to 1%, which puts you in the perfect scenario. For stalling, you have plenty of turns to stall. Just don't bring a Whitebeard ship. Bring a ship that keeps you at max HP so you can take as many hits as you want before you get to Rumour's Room. My Heracruels is on around a 22 turn cooldown, so he's not maxed at all, but nonetheless, this team has so much damage it doesn't even matter. So when you're in Rumour's Room, you want to use Mr. 3 or any delayer that you have brought with you. It doesn't have to be Mr. 3, it can be any delayer. I believe even Golden Pound Usopp is fine on this team. And you just want to take down Rumour's HP to around half. Next turn, you want to use one of your Crocodile specials and then just burst him down. Easy as that. Now, if you're confident with hitting your perfects, feel more than free once you enter Smoker's Room to pop all your specials and burst him down on the first turn. However, having said that, we all know that I'm terrible with hitting perfects, so I do whittle him down for the first 2 turns, and then on the final turn before he attacks me, I use all my specials, and I don't even hit all my greats, and I don't even end up using both of my Psyorbs, and it's more than enough damage to take him down. As well as that, my Heracruels is not even max, he was around level 50, so yeah, you have more than enough damage. This team is actually very enjoyable to use if you don't use Crocodile often anyway. And yeah, let's move on to the next team. Next up, we have a Sengoku team. Now, the Sengoku team requires no sockets whatsoever. However, you need to be a little bit careful not to get yourself locked at the very beginning. But that shouldn't be a problem because Sengoku reduces everyone's cooldown by a drastic amount. Now, you can run this team absolutely free to play. You might need a little bit of extra orb luck if you don't have V1 Robin, but it doesn't have to be V1 Robin. It can be someone who is just an int beat stick with a high attack stat. Now, when you enter Rumour's Room, you don't want to do the same mistake that I make, which is using Golden Pound Usopp straight away. What you actually want to do is take all the meat orbs, heal up to above 8,000 HP so you can tank 2 hits from Yuma, and then after he's on another 1 turn cooldown and you have less than 4,000 HP, or you're about to die, then you pop your Golden Pound Usopp and then you can burst him down. If you don't have anti-despair, he will despair you for 3 turns under 50%, which is why you want to bring GPU and you want to save him till you're about to burst him. Of course, even if you do make the same mistake as I do, if you have anti-despair sockets, even at level 1 or level 2, you should be fine. You should have more than enough health to tank out an extra few hits from him, and then just move on into Smoker's room. Once you're in Smoker's room, you want to have at least 1 Psyorb. As long as you have 1 Psyorb, you have more than enough damage to kill Smoker. However, just to be on the safe side, try and look for 2 Psyorbs, and then you have more than enough damage to kill more than 1 Smoker. Now you can replace Robin and Doflamingo with Garp and Kobe, which gives you enough damage as long as you keep re-rolling your Garp special to have enough Psyorbs. I think 3 is more than enough to do enough damage. However, having said that, it's not a reliable way to farm, so I don't recommend it. So that is the Sengoku team done. You can replace all the units pretty much with pay-to-play units as you see fit. Next team, we are going to be looking at a Shiryu and Buggy team. Now, if you are lucky enough to pull Shiryu and maybe unlucky enough to pull Buggy and not another legend, you can use this team to farm multiple copies of Smoker and saving a ton of gems. However, this team only works with very precise units. You have to have Shiryu, of course, and you also need to have Kimono Nami. She is a must. Her cooldown, however, does not have to be maxed. It has to be just around like 11 or 12. I think her max is 10. You can also replace Kimono Nami with Mirage Tempo Nami. Either one works great because they block int damage. You also don't need to have Strong World Usopp. I have Strong World Usopp just there for sockets. You can also use Golden Pound Usopp. However, with this team, you are going to need anti-despair sockets. The reason why is Ryuma is going to despair you under 50% HP, and things are going to start getting rough. Ivankov is also necessary because Ivankov heals you and also reduces Ryuma's per turn damage. On second thought, guys, having reviewed the footage that's about to come up, you don't actually need Ivankov. I believe Smoker works just as well. While Ivankov does heal you, Smoker halves damage for 3 turns while Ivankov only halves for 2 turns. So, I think it's going to be okay if you run Smoker as well. While you're in Ryuma's room, the first thing you're going to want to do is take up all those meat orbs and heal up as much as you can. Once you're healed up, tank as many hits as you can from Ryuma, taking into account he does 4,000 damage per turn. Now regarding Smoker or Ivankov, whichever one you use them where you see fit. Wherever you think, oh no, I'm about to die, that's when you start using them. Now once you get Ryuma down to 50% HP, you're gonna want to burst him down. You can keep re-rolling your Buggy special for better orbs if you don't get very good orbs. But as you can see here, I got 2 nice purple orbs there. Didn't get one on my Shiryu, but it doesn't matter. I have 5 int units on this team, so it should be pretty easy to take him out. Ryuma under 50% is going to despair me for 3 turns. However, having said that, it's all good. I do have level 2 in anti-despair, so I have more than enough turns to take him out. Even with level 1 anti-despair, everything should be okay. And even without level 1 anti-despair, I have enough HP and enough turns to take him out because he only does 6,000 damage under 50%. When you make it to Smoker's room, congratulations, it's all down to RNG at this point. You have your int Nami to protect you from any int damage for 1 turn, and it also heals you. If all your units are maxed, you can actually take 1 hit from Smoker. He does 12,900 damage. As you can see, I have 12,000 HP, but 3 of my units, Usopp, my Buggy, and my Ivankov, neither of them are maxed, or they're not actually close to max either, so you will have more than enough damage. So in total, you will have around 9 to 10 turns to take out Smoker with Shiryu. And if you can't do that, well, RNG just hates you, and I feel sorry for you. But the best of luck if you are going to run this team. Next up, we will be rocking the double Haruta team. Now, this team is a lot more safer than the Buggy team, but having said that, you're not guaranteed the drops. At the end of this, I don't get any duplicate drops, which is just a feels bad, man. But having said that, it's worth it if you want to save the gems. What is absolutely necessary for this team, however, is the Kimono Nami or the Mirage Tempo Nami. It will help you with your stalling, as a lot of the fodder units are in and you can use it to block damage from them. And you can also bring GPU or Strong World Usopp or any other delay you see fit. And remember to use those during your stalling, as you need to stall 25 turns for Shiryu. Like most teams, once you enter Ryuma's room, if you're not a Whitebeard or a Legend Crocodile team, you're going to want to take up all of that good meat that he gives you and heal up and tank those hits that you can before you get him down to whatever HP is your burst threshold. Again guys, after reviewing the footage, it turns out that I don't need the delay from Strong World Usopp or Golden Pound Usopp. They are just extra bonuses as a safeguard in case I fail my perfects and I get despaired. Now with Haruta, he guarantees 2 int orbs, which means you have more than enough damage to take out Ryuma when he's around 450,000 HP, which is a 50% mark. However, Ryuma only has 900,000 HP, and as you can see here with 3 int orbs, I end up doing 700,000 damage, and it feels good, man. Just like with Buggy guys, once you enter Smoker's room, it's all down to RNG. However, if you don't bring a delayer, you bring a damage reducer or you bring a healer, and you also have more than 12,900 HP on your total crew HP, you're going to be able to get like around 12 turns to take out Smoker, which should be more than enough to kill him. If it's not, then again, RNGesus does hate you, and I do feel sorry for you, but again, best of luck if you are going to use this tactic. Last but definitely not least guys, it is the most brain dead team, it is the most beloved and most loathed team on One Piece Treasure Cruise. It is the Double Shiryu team. Now the only way that you can lose with this team is if RNGesus really purely loathes your soul. He hates you so much, he hates your grandchildren, he hates your great-great-grandchildren, and he says, no, we're not going to let you use Shiryu to kill this guy. That's the only way you can lose. Once you get into Ryuma's room, you want to pop your Marco or your healer special, and then you want to save your int orbs and get ready to burst him down. You have more than enough damage with Mihawk's 30% cut, and of course, once you enter Smoker's room, it's just a battle against RNG. I wish you the best of luck guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.